All right, so let's hope this works. If I go to Microsoft US Equity, I go to the RV screen, I have my multiples list, I make sure select stats, market cap weighted average, I go to my custom template, I chose the template we used in the class for the multiples, output to Excel. Or file, save screen as file, save the screenshot. But I'm going to output the data to Excel, hopefully. So yes, the security warning. There's my data. Because I'm going to use this outside of the terminal area, copy, paste special values. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make all this 2 decimal places just so it's easier to see. Right? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my template as an Excel workbook, and I'm going to call this Microsoft Comps. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our class on Canvas, and in the Microsoft folder I'm going to add a file called Microsoft Comps. So we all now have access to this file in this folder. And then I'm going to go to the Microsoft valuation file that we were working on. Right? And so what I'm then going to do is I'm going to open up this comps file. So let me go back to this version of Excel and close it. So I can go back to this version of Excel and open it. So I now have that comps file that I just exported. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sheet in the file that I exported, and I'm going to move this sheet into our valuation model. So in this case, right-click on a tab to move a sheet. In this case, it's called Sheet 1. And then I'm going to move or copy, and I'm going to move it to the workbook called the Valuation Model for Microsoft. And I'm going to put it at the end as the last tab. I can also create a copy if I want to keep the original file, and then hit OK. And so it basically took that tab and moved it into this other Excel file. It's called a workbook in Excel. So moved it there. And I'll just call this the multiples. So I now have all the multiples in my valuation model. Right? Now, you might say, why did I do that? Why couldn't I just use the multiples file? Well, part of the reason is because we're going to make one final adjustment to our valuation model as part of the multiples. And I'm going to do it in a minute after we go over the multiples when we get to the valuation section. But before we do that, I want to at least show you how to get the multiples and put it into the model. Okay, questions about that?